And welcome to Lake Central High School. The Lake Central Indians play host to the Hobart Brickies here today on what is our final live stream of the year, our final live stream for the foreseeable future here at Lake Central High School, as there's no live stream program expected next year. So this is the last time you'll be hearing our voices. I'm delighted to be here, though.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm very grateful and thankful for the opportunity to call these games. It's been a great ride for LC so far in the games we've called, and I'm excited for this game just as much as any.
Of course, and it's been an awesome experience, one that we'll carry with us, I'm sure, for a long time. Let's get right into it, though. Lake Central playing host to Hobart, 16-9 on the year. Hobart fresh off a win over Couts just yesterday. They get to come into the complex here at Lake Central High School and take on the Indians. On the mound today, Connor Mish. He is the left-hander, the top left-hander for this team here at Lake Central High School. We are ready to roll, it looks like. Hobart, 16-9, as I mentioned.
And up to bat first will be number 4, Javon Andrews. Andrews on the season so far, hitting .329. Pretty good for a leadoff hitter. So he'll look to start something here against Mish.
Andrews is playing center field today for Hobart. And the umpire's going to call time. He's going to take a walk out to the mound. And maybe they're looking at something on Connor Mish here. They're going to call over head coach Mike Schwartzentruber, who just got his 400th win on Wednesday. An unbelievable accolade. And I have a feeling that this mound visit here has something to do with his success throughout the years. Let's take a look. They call him out.
Gentlemen, if you could please draw your attention to the pitcher's mound.
And they are going to be giving him an award tonight. Assistant Coach Jones, Assistant Athletic Director Jeff Sandor, will bring out the award. So he receives a plaque, 400 wins, an unbelievable accomplishment for a high school baseball coach. A huge round of applause here. He's done terrific things at this program, will continue to do so throughout the foreseeable future. It's an awesome accolade.
It's very impressive, like you said, for a high school coach, and Schwartz still has a lot of years in front of him.
I'll tell you what, he's got a lot of ball games this year in front of him too. He doesn't want just this game. He doesn't want that 400th win. He wants to go get a sectional title. He wants to go get a regional title and so on. But it's a very well-deserved award, and we extend our congratulations to him. And we're ready to play some baseball. So in steps Javon Andrews. He will lead things off here for Hobart against Connor Mish. The first pitch in there for a strike.
Mish, probably, I would say, the second ace behind Dorn, but you could really put Pangburn in there too. Elsie does a great job.
And that's the thing. We've had a year-long conversation as that one is fouled just past the bag at first base. We've had a year-long conversation about who's the number 2 behind Carter Dorn between Connor Mish and Connor Pangburn, and they've both really shown this year that they could be that number 2 guy going forward. Obviously, lefty-righty, you got to look at matchups. I think Mish is their number 2 right now, but both those guys are going to have a huge impact on their sectional run if they can get farther than that, continuing into regionals and so on. The 0-2 offering from Connor Mish is strike 3 swinging. A 3-pitch strikeout to begin his night.
And the good thing about Pangburn and Mish that they're both juniors, so they're just going to fill in, just go up a spot basically next year.
And we've been talking about the entire season that this group here, as great as they are this year, they've got a lot of younger guys that are going to anchor this team the next few years. So they're not done yet.
Next up to bat will be Cameron Gonzalez, currently hitting a nice .274 on the season. Try to start something here.
That one was fouled into the Lake Central dugout there. Mish finds the zone. Strike 2 called. That's 5 pitches, 5 strikes up to this point for Connor Mish.
Mish is just ready to pitch.
Attacking the zone. There's an off speed. He got him to chase that one. Way ahead of it. So Gonzalez goes down swinging as well. That's 2 Ks to start off the afternoon.
Next to the bat will be the DH, Jaden Deal. Currently leads this Hobart team in average with .419 and home runs with 3 on the season so far.
Yeah, he's been their best hitter. He's been the guy that's anchored this lineup for Hobart all throughout the year. We'll see what we can do here against Connor Mish. First pitch just missed high. That's the first ball thrown by Mish this entire first inning. And I say entire, but it's actually only been 6 pitches prior. So there's a foul tip right back to guard the catcher. Strike 1. Pause by Mish. Now he's ready to roll 1-1. Missed again. That one could not have been far off, but it is a ball, 2-1.
It's a pretty close pitch right there.
Swing and a miss by Deal. Strike 2.
I think if I were Misher, I'd go low. Deal has tried golf swinging those 2 low pitches, and Mish on his 2-2 count should try doing that again.
There's a chopper to third. That's Adam Chesky over at the third base line, and he makes the play to door into first, and that will do it. So ground out to third base, and that will end the first inning for Hobart. No runs on no hits, and LC will come up to the plate. And welcome back to Lake Central High School. LC, Connor Mish blanked Hobart in the top of the first inning. They will bring the bats out here. They've had a terrific stretch. We saw them put up 10 runs in the third inning on the game on Wednesday. This is a team that loves to hit the baseball. I'm going to see if they can have success at the plate today. Pitching on the mound today for Hobart, Mark Enslin. He's 1-2, 6.49 ERA this year with 18 and a third innings pitched. That first pitch is high to Blake Nyhart, the leadoff hitter for LC. A guy who we have mentioned all year long. He does a really, really good job of getting on base, and then he knows how to advance himself around the base paths.
Blake Nyhart, whether he's on by a single or a walk, you always see him on second base within the next 4 pitches.
Yeah, he's an extremely aggressive base runner, and he knows what to do. He's smart on the base pass. He is a leadoff hitter. That one's high. 3-0 now. Mark Enslin, a tough beginning at bat here. Enslin, 34 strikeouts in 18 1/3 innings pitched this year. He does have 26 walks, however, in those 18 1/3 innings. And make that 27. So a walk to begin this one. As Nyhart gets on.
And now up to bat for LC will be number 12, Josh Adamczewski.
Adam Chesky, a guy who we have really raved about this whole year. He's a sophomore, but he's a complete player, does it all. Hitting in the 2-hole today, playing third base. We typically see him at second. Nyhart fills that spot today. LC once again without Hunter Snyder, so Tobias shifts over to shortstop. Adam Chesky to third base. Nyhart will play second. And there goes Nyhart, and it's not even close. He gets in standing up. He got a terrific jump.
This LC bench is alive.
They want to make quick work of this one. That is for sure. So Adam Chesky standing in the left-handed batter's box. Looking to do some damage with the runner in scoring position. And there's the first strike of the day for Mark Enslin. And it's a 2-1 count.
One thing I really noticed with Nyhart's base running is that when he takes a big lead off, his feet will start tip tapping. And it's kind of a giveaway right there if you know if he's stealing.
And Chesky lines that one down third base. But it's a foul ball. And now it's a 2-2 count. Well, that's one thing with Nyhart, though. He does do that, but what he does is he does a great job of getting a good jump. And I feel like every time he steals a base, he is always getting a good jump, and that is what really leads him to his success. Because he's fast. He's a really quick guy, but he's not the fastest player that you'll see hitting leadoff around this area. But he steals a lot of bases because of his IQ on the base paths. Off speed, good pitch there from Enslin. He gets Adam Chesky to drop swinging.
Now up to bat will be the pitcher and number 3, Connor Mish. He's got Nyhart in scoring position.
Up to bat number 3, Connor Mish.
So now the pitcher, Mish, will look to help himself out here early with the runner on second base. Outfield is playing deep. Bloop single would probably be a guarantee for Nyhart to score. That one's low, a ball to begin this at bat. Mish had a terrific first inning on the mound, 2 strikeouts, no hits. Enslin will step off, take a look at Nyhart, make sure he's not a threat to run right now. He gets his lead off second base. That one's in the dirt. Nyhart looking to take third base, and he will no throw. So just like that, Nyhart takes a walk and is on third base. So now Mish really has an opportunity to get LC on the board first. That ball's hit high in the air, out of play, down the right side. A 2-1 count now.
Hitter's count here for Mish.
That one, chopper down the third base line, just foul. Put it in a good spot, just a little bit off there. That ball's a foot to the right. It's down the left field line. That's going to be a double at least.
Yeah.
Instead, it's a foul ball, and Mark Enslin gets a sigh of relief there. That's a 2-2 count. So as we saw from the stats, Enslin's a guy, K or walk. He's going to have a lot of both of them. That one's up, and Nyhart's going to get a chance to score. And he will standing up. So a wild pitch there allows Blade Nyhart to score, and Connor Mish Get some run support. 1-0 Indians.
I mean, you're going to see a lot of that, though, because there's this backstop just is calling for these wild pitches. You'll see no matter who it is on base, if it gets to the catcher, they're stealing.
And there's ball four. So Mish takes that one. Battles back from 2-2, draws a walk. And now Carter Dorn will step on in after the pinch runner Adam Welchers jogs on out to take the pitcher's spot at first base. Dorn, who put on a show on Wednesday, was a home run shy of the cycle, hit a triple that hit the fence in dead center field, hit a double. Drove in 4 runs in that game on Wednesday against Portage. We'll see what he can do here. First pitch, Walters takes off. He steals second on a swing and a miss from Dorn. So now runner in score position for Dorn, playing first base in this game. Good breaking ball there, but didn't get the call. And now it's 1-1. And, you know, coming into the year, obviously Dorn transferred over last year, didn't get a chance to play because of the pandemic. What did you see from him this year that you were impressed with?
Well, he's that everyday player. He's a multiple tool player. We see him fielding when he's not pitching. We see him pitch very well. He's also a fantastic hitter in that Portage game. He was very close to hitting for the cycle. And he's just kind of the do-it-all. He's kind of the do-it-all person.
Yeah, he can really. I mean, he can play. He can pitch. He can hit. He can field. I mean, he does really everything that you want in a player. That's why he's going to Purdue to play baseball next year. But now he's in a 2-2 count. Walters gets his lead off second. Here's the 2-2. Just missed low. It's ball 3.
Full count here for Dorn.
Payoff pitch coming from Enslin. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 walks and 2 Ks so far in this inning for Mark Enslin. Runner remains on second base.
It's Graham Weber, the DH, in for Peyton Guard. Comes in.
Weber's going to take a hack at it. He's been pretty consistent this year in the batter's box. There's strike 1. A lot of chirping from the LC dugout. They're ready to roll. They want to play some baseball today. Although we hear that every game. They're
a loud bench, but it's a great thing to hear when you're up here.
You love it as a coach, you know. As long as they're not obnoxious, you love it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whoever swings that one fouled back. And the count is at 0-2. Big gap in left center field. That one's low ball. Enslin just missed there. That's 1-2. A cool 82 degrees today. Got a little breeze coming in. Overcast in the sky. But not a bad day to play some baseball. I know, I won't complain.
Oh, neither will I.
The 1-2. Off speed, got him to chase. And the catch is made by the catcher, Jack Jenkins. And that will do it. So 3 strikeouts in that first inning for Enslin, although he does surrender a run. And LC leads 1-0 after 1. And welcome back. Mark Enslin, the pitcher for Hobart, will lead things off here in the top of the second inning. Facing Connor Mish, who had 2 strikeouts in the first. Enslin hitting fairly well, I'd say 410, right?
Pretty well. Yeah,
Just
he's
fairly well.
Also second on the team in doubles.
He is one of their best hitters. That is that's a terrific season, though, 410 from the plate.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Although Connor Mish does fire strike 1 in there to Enslin. Enslin has 25 hits this year. And it's an 0-2 count here against Connor Mish. You got Warren in left, Edwards in center, Ethan Knopf playing right field today. Peyton Guard behind the plate. We saw Santana begin the game again Wednesday against Portage behind the dish. Enslin takes a sec, takes a breath, he'll step in.
Another little fact about Enslin, he's also leading the team in RBIs.
That one's found a way right over the head of us, down here on the right field line. Hobart 0-0-0 through that first inning. LC 1-0-0 throughout that first inning. So no hits yet in this game for either team. Although LC does have a run. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Enslin chases low and away. And that's the 3rd strikeout for Connor Mish.
Next up the bat, probably one of the coolest names I've heard so far this season, Ivan Balboa.
That is a good name.
Left fielder. Girl hit a nice 322 on the season.
Again, they got some hitters on the squad. But Connor Mish has smoothly made its way through the first 4. Balboa takes high for a ball. And if you're sitting there wondering, where do I recognize that name from? Balboa. Rocky Balboa.
I don't think so.
I do think so. That one's fouled away. Strike 2.
I think there's
Strike 1.
I think there's some sort of relation there.
I don't know. Who is the other player that we saw this year? Contreras, right?
Contreras.
We looked that up, didn't we?
Not
related to Wilson.
Or William.
Correct. But who knows? Maybe Ivan is part of the Rocky Balboa family. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be.
2-1 is out. 3-1 now to Balboa. That's a fun last name to say too, Ivan Balboa. He's got a 3-1 count here. Excuse me, 2-2. Our scoreboard operator here is making me double check every time, every pitch. Now it's full. Got it right there. Do got a little breeze, as I mentioned, coming in from left to right. That's in there. No, didn't get the call. It looked like he had it. But he did not. So the first walk issued for Connor Mish goes to Ivan Balboa. And he's the first base runner for Hobart in this game.
Thomas Moore, number 19 for Hobart, will go up to bat. With Balboa on first.
First pitch off speed. Wow, he had him swinging on the front of his toes there.
Little lefty-lefty action here, too.
Yes, you're right. Thomas Martin, as you mentioned, at the plate, he's hitting 292 this year. Once again, an off-speed pitch from Mish. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
He's got to go to the bread and butter. Hit him with an off-speed again.
0-2. Modest lead there from Balboa off first base. And he went fastball. I mean, that was just a desperation cut to try and get a piece of that bat on the ball. Mish just overpowered him, strike 3.
Bryce Nixich up to bat. Sitting pretty well this year, 314 through 47 plate appearances.
Missed it. That was close to me. They're going to call that a ball, however, and it's 1-0. Number 27, Balboa, gets a 2-step lead off first. That one's fouled away again over our heads down the right field line for strike 1. Toss a couple of new baseballs in here. Give Connor Mish a fresh pearly white there. with a 1-1 count to Bryce Nixon. 2 down in the inning, both strikeouts. Balboa reached on a walk. That one is grounded right back to Mish. He stops it, will take his time, jog on over, toss it to Dorn, and that will do it. So a pretty easy inning there for Connor Mish, a walk. The only obstacle, 2 strikeouts. We'll be right back. And we're back for the bottom of the second inning. LC leading 1-0 after an inning and a half of play here. Mark Enslin, first inning, 3 strikeouts. He did allow a run and 2 walks. And leading off here for Lake Central is Jacob Warren. The left fielder here will take a crack at Mark Enslin. That one's in the dirt, ball 1. Enslin. Really, I mean, he was a victim of Nyhart's base running. He stole the bag, took third on a wild pitch, and then took home on a wild pitch. So it is on Enslin. You know, that was the wild pitches obviously are not what he wants, but Nyhart being on base definitely did not help.
The control isn't really there for Enslin, but he also has the break. That's why he got those 3 strikeouts. All of those were on off-speed pitches. He's going to look to try to repeat that. Hopefully no walks in this inning.
Well, and that's the thing. His control is not there right now, but he's getting outs as that one's popped up as a shortstop. Play is made there by Kyle Federick. For out number 1.
Now to bat number 15, Ethan Knopf.
And Ethan Knopf, the right fielder, will step in. We've been waiting to see him play, really. I mean, we've seen him a few times here and there, but this is the first game he started since the start of the season. So he sees ball 1 high, a talent that we were really, really excited to coming into the year. And our excitement only got higher when he had a ground rule double in the first game that we saw him in his second at-bat, and then we didn't see him for a while. He hurt his thumb. Now he's back in the lineup. He'll take ball 2 there. We'll see what he can do with his at-bats here today.
Though he barely did play, he got in a lot on pinch run situations. And the last game against Porch, he had about 3 stolen bases that game.
Right, and we have seen him throw as well. He pitched a game or 2 here, but we really have not seen him in the field. That was the thing. We wanted to see him in the lineup the entire game, get some at-bats, string some hits together. As that one's hit sharply to the right side just like that. A hard hit single for Ethan Knopf. And that's exactly what I was talking about. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jerry Edwards, the center fielder, will now come up to the plate.
Jerry Edwards.
With the runner on first base. Knopf, going back to him, he was a guy who his freshman year, I mean, he tore through the freshman circuit, moved his way up to JV, tore through that, then found himself at the varsity level about halfway through his freshman season as he steals second base there. I mean, he's a guy who has a ton of talent. If he could really put it together, could be a special player.
This LC team is just fast. No matter what happens, like Knopf was stealing right then and there, no matter what. You know, we can see the same thing from Edwards and Nyhart, probably even Dorn as well. Well, Dorn,
I don't know about
when he
him.
got that triple, Dorn was just hauling.
Right, but he's not really a huge stolen base.
I wouldn't say yeah, I agree with you on that, but he's I would say he's pretty fast
He's got some speed.
for being a pitcher and first baseman.
I'd say Tobias is a more likely stolen base threat than Dorn is, but they got speed all around. They got speed all through the lineup. Called strike in the outside corner there for Mark Enslin. We apologize for the inconvenience. Our camera is going to stay stationary today, so you're only going to see really the infield of this game, but we will do our best to provide all of the play-by-play that goes on in the outfield. I mean,
that's the best we can do.
It's the best we could do today. No scoreboard as well, so we'll keep on updating you with that. Going to make do with what we got right now. Mark Enslin fires in a pitch, and it's fouled back. So Edwards fights there, 2-2 count. Scoring position is where Knopf is at right now at second base. Big opening down that left field line. That ball is hit hard into center. And that's a base hit. Knopf's being waved around third base. The throw is cut off by the first baseman. And that will score the second LC run of this game, an RBI single for Jerry Edwards. Nicely hit ball there by Edwards. Put that in the right spot.
Now up to bat will be the freshman, Griffin Tobias. Tobias been an everyday player so far this season.
Yeah, Tobias has been a pretty easy fill-in in that lineup. He's been one of their better players. He hits down in the 9th spot, but he's like a second leadoff man to this roster. He's got Edwards now on first base. That ball's hit hard into center. That's another single. Edwards will hold a second base. And that's the third straight. Hard hit ball into the outfield, all resulting in singles, but now there's runners on first, second as the lineup turns on over to Nyhart.
Up to bat number 2, Blake Nyhart.
So here comes Blake Nyhart, his second AB of this game in the second inning now. He walked, stole a bag, got to third base on a wild pitch, and then scored on a wild pitch in the first inning. That is how LC scored their first run. That one's low a ball. Enslin has ran into a little bit of trouble here in this second inning. And Edwards is taking off, as is Tobias, and that's a double steal. So Edwards and Tobias both steal a bag. Edwards lands himself at third base, Tobias at second. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Nyhart, who can really break this one open here in the second inning. Enslin will step off, Nyhart will step out, and they're going to have a meeting here, him and his catcher, Jenkins. Count is 1-1. There's one down. Jacob Warren popped out to shortstop to begin this inning. And then 3 straight singles. Knopf, Edwards, who drove in Knopf, and then Griffin Tobias. That ball is smoked to second. 1 run is going to score. Nyhart's thrown out at first base, but he does his job, brings in another run. Ryan Ellis made the play at second base there for Hobart. An RBI. So now Josh Adamczewski with 2 outs. He struck out swinging in his last AB. That's a runner on third. He smokes that ball into center field. That's a base hit. And Tobias will score, and that is an RBI single for Josh Adamczewski on the first pitch.
Javon Andrews has had himself a busy
I was just going to
Second
say.
inning, yeah.
I was going to say, he's got his work in there the second inning. That's 4 times now. A ball's been hit out to him in center field, excuse me.
Now up to bat would be the pitcher, Mish. Trying to help himself a little bit more, get a couple more runs.
That ball's grounded to short. Throw to first, and that will do it. So LC hits 4 singles. In that second inning, they drive in 3 runs and break their lead to 4-0. We'll be back for the top of the third in just a moment. And we are back, top of the third inning here at LC. The Indians tagged down 3 runs in that second inning, and it's now a 4-0 lead. As Connor Mish comes back out for his third inning of work, he has 4 strikeouts in this game. He will face shortstop Kyle Federick to lead off this third inning.
Frederick hitting .288 on the season so far through 83 plate appearances. Not too bad.
Missed there. 2-0 count now here to Federick. That one's low.
Ooh.
So Mish did have 1 walk there in that second inning. Now he's down 3-0 to Kyle Federick, the shortstop. Make it 4-0. He'll take his base there in a leadoff walk. Not what you want as a pitcher.
Of course not.
Leadoff walk is never welcomed.
Now the second baseman, Ryan Ellis, is up in 251, or 254, excuse me.
Ellis in the 9 hole. He tries to put a bunt down. He missed it. Strike 1. He may have got a little bit of a piece of it, but either way, was not able to get the full bat on ball. Doesn't put it in fair territory. Therefore, it's a strike. You look confused.
I was a little bit. I'm not too sure.
He
Thought he was
missed
gonna
there.
bunt here also.
Anicheski is in. Double play depth for Tobias and Nyhart is short at second. That ball is hit. Lined at Nyhart. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 1.
Now up to bat, Javon Andrews. The last at bat was a strikeout. But with Frederick on first, he's going to try to advance him.
The lineup turns over. As you mentioned, Andrew struck out his first appearance. That one's a ball, so this is a little bit of a tight zone here for this umpire today. That's what I'm quickly noticing.
And a lot of umps have their different type and unique types of strike zones. We've seen it a lot here.
Yeah. That one was fouled away for strike number 1. It's a 1-1 count here with 1 down. Federick takes his lead off at first base. Oh, nasty pitch there from Connor Mish. He gets Andrews to chase there. Catch your guard. Did not get the ball back to Mish, but he kept it in front of him. That one's in the dirt. Good block by guard. And now it's 2-2. So Andrew is looking to put up an AB here. The off-speed's been working for Mish today. Let's see if he goes back to it. That one's fouled back.
Federick taking a small lead off of first.
It almost seems as if he's kind of intimidated by the left-handedness of Connor Mish.
Because Mish can just kind of throw, like, it could seem like he's going to throw to home plate, but he can just step off and throw right to first easily.
Of course. That ball is lined to second. Nyhart to short, Tobias to first, and that's a double play. 4-6-3 is how that third inning ends, and LC's bats will come back out. And welcome back. LC will come right out to hit here in the bottom half of the third inning, leading 4-0 still.
Up to bat, number 11, Carter Dorn.
And Carter Dorn, who struck out in his first plate appearance, will come up and try to right the ship. He's going to look to throw down a bunt. He does, but it's foul. Kind of moved up to the box there right before he bunted, took a step forward, got it down, just not in fair territory. So Enslin still on the mound. Hasn't had the prettiest afternoon. He's got 4 earned runs, 4 hits, allowed 2 walks. Although he does have 3 strikeouts. As Dorn pierces that ball through the left side, that's a base hit. So not exactly how you want that third inning to start for Enslin, who allowed 4 singles in the second alone.
Up to bat, number 5, Graham Weber.
Now Weber up to bat.
Weber struck out in his first plate appearance. Dorn's going to look to steal, and wow, did he prove me wrong.
I told you.
You did tell me. Maybe I just lit a fire in him, decided he wanted to steal a base there, huh?
I think he heard you, too. Listen on the broadcast.
Dorn steals second. And now he's going to look to take third, and he will. So 2 pitches after a single, he's now on third base. That's the seems to be the LC way this year.
Mm-hmm.
So now Weber, nobody out, is put in prime position to drive in a run. Ooh, finds the low outside corner for a strike. And it's 2-1. Henslin from the stretch, with Dorn taking his lead off at third base. That one's in the dirt, ball 3.
Hitters count here for Weber.
That ball is hit up the middle. That's a base hit. An RBI single for Graham Weber. And the lead is now 5-0. How many times have I said the word single in this game already?
Let's see how many hits there are. 6.
6 times in the first 3 innings for one team. And Graham Weber just stole a base. And if you haven't tuned into any of our broadcasts this year or watched this team play, that is a big accomplishment.
It's wild.
That is wild. They must have found some sort of weakness in Jake Jenkins, and they're just trying to take advantage of it right now. The 2-0 count here to Jacob Warren. Pops that one up out of play, foul. Warren popped up at the shortstop in his first at bat. Henslin. I mean, here's the thing. We knew it coming in. We knew he was a guy that didn't have terrific command, but got a lot of swing and misses. And that's kind of how it's been today. Except the LC hitters are putting a lot of bat on ball in the first 3 innings, although they did strike out 3 times in the first. But they have 6 singles.
I mean, just don't fix what's not broken.
It's good advice. 6 out of the 9 hitters in the lineup with a single right now. Warren can make it 7 here. 2-2 pitch. Off speed hit in the air to right. Called for by the right fielder Cameron Gonzalez as Weber is going to look to tag, and he will safely. So a sac fly there. That'll be considered a fly out just in general. But Weber does advance. So Ethan Knopf now will lead things off. We'll step up to the plate. He singled in his last AB. He's got a runner on third here. Sees ball 1 high. That off speed. Ooh.
Okay.
Found a spot low, and he got the strike call. And it's 1-1. In the dirt, ball 2. Knopf didn't chase. Quiet day here at Lake Central. No softball, no JV baseball, no JV softball, no track. None of that going on, so just baseball here today. That ball's in the dirt as well. So 3-1 now to Knopf. Henslin once again having trouble finding the zone. Off speed, doesn't find it there. So that will be ball 4. Knopf will take his base, and there are runners on the corners. Jerry Edwards will step up. He had an RBI, a single, and a stolen base in his first trip up. And now he's got a chance to drive in one or more.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Knopf steal first pitch here.
I would bet that he would take first or second base on the first pitch, and he goes without even a pitch being thrown, and he is safe. Safe, maybe? Wow. I mean, wow. Coach Schwartz's discussion with the umpire, he thinks that's a balk. Knopf went. The pitch hadn't thrown. The pitcher turned around, threw to second. They're going to say he stepped off the mound before he threw to second base. Knopf had one of the most awkward slide. Can you call that a slide attempt?
I don't know. He just kind of threw his body, but that was a balk, though. He didn't take his right foot off.
I think he did. I think
Are you sure?
It was close either way. Knopf is safe at second. Now there's runners in scoring position, 2 of them for Edwards. That one's high at ball. It is 5-0. 1 out, 2 on. Edwards puts that ball into center field. Catch is made. Weber will tag from third, and he will step on home plate standing up. So a sac fly there for Edwards. And the second run of the inning will come home.
Up to bat number 13, Griffin Tobias.
So now Griffin Tobias, the shortstop today, will be hitting in the 9-hole. He's got a single in this game. A stolen base as well. Knopf looking to take third, not even a throw. So add 2 more stolen bases to Ethan Knopf's day. He's now got 3 of them. I mean,
That's just insane.
Tobias fouls that one away. It's 0-2 count now. Enslin would love to get out of this inning without allowing Knopf to score. That would be huge. There's nobody warming up in the bullpen for Hobart. So they're going to ride Enslin here, it looks like. Ball's popped up in the air. Foul territory, first base line. Ellis can't make his way over there fast enough, and it bounces foul. That ball kind of just carried already. Almost landed at that fence there down the first base line.
0-2 count here for Tobias. Trying to fight with Knopf on third.
Chelsea lineup we've seen all year does a great job with 2 strikes. Working their counts, getting back in it, hitting with 2 strikes too, putting bat on ball. As Tobias does there, that one is into right and a diving effort. Oh, what a catch in right field. A beautiful play from Cameron Gonzalez, and that will save a run from scoring and end the third. So LC puts 2 more on the board. It's a 6-0 lead. Cameron Gonzalez saves another and possibly more as we head to the 4th. And we are back. Connor Mish out for his 4th inning of work. He has been spectacular so far. Right fielder Cameron Gonzalez, who just made a gem of a play in right field, will lead things off here for Hobart. Connor Mish through 3 innings, has 4 strikeouts, just 2 walks. Swing and a miss there from Gonzalez. He struck out his first AB.
Now he's facing another one right here. 0-2 count.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Not a bad spot, but he gets a ball call there, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 offering from Connor Mish, and off speed in the dirt. Gonzalez didn't chase. Two now. Ooh. Once again, just missing, and the count is now full. So Gonzalez works back from 0-2 to 3-2. Mish ready to roll. He does. Strike 3 looking. He got him. Backwards K for Connor Mish to begin the 4th.
Now up to bat. DH in tonight. Jaden Deal.
Jaden Deal.
So Deal will come up. He's hitting over 400 this year. It's an unbelievable year for him so far. But he grounded out to third base his first trip up. That pitch finds the lower half, and it's a strike call. The 0-1. That one's just out of ball. So Deal hitting in the 3 spot. He's DHing today for the catcher Jake Jenkins, who's had a rough day behind the plate. That one's in the dirt, ball 2. Pretty fair depth for all of these outfielders here. Neihart starts on the grass. He'll tiptoe his way into the dirt. That one's ball 3.
Deal committed to Huntington University. Will play catcher there this upcoming season.
He hits a fly ball in the center. Edwards started forward, now makes his way back and makes the play. He stumbled for a second. He ran in, realized he had to go back, stumbled, but he was able to recover, make the catch, and that's out number 2.
That looked very troubling at first.
That was a little worrisome there.
Now for that number 14, Mark Inslee.
But he makes the play, and that's out number 2. So now Mark Ensign, the pitcher, struck out in his first plate appearance. He's had a little bit of a rough day on the mound. He fouls that one away, out of play. Ensign, 6 earned runs on 6 hits. He's got 3 walks, along with 3 strikeouts and 3 innings pitched in this game. He's 0 for 1 at the plate. Swing and a miss there in the dirt, strike 2. So now the 0-2 offering from Connor Mish. He likes to work fast as he begins his windup here. And he struck him out swinging. That will do it for the 4th, a 1-2-3 for Connor Mish, including 2 strikeouts. And we'll be back for the bottom half of the 4th inning. And leading things off here in the bottom of the fourth inning, Blake Nyhart. Nyhart in this game, 0 for 1. He's got a walk, he's got a stolen base, he's got an RBI. He will lead things off here to begin the fourth inning.
Up to bat, number 2.
And Mark Enslin still out there for Hobart, despite giving up 6 earned runs in 3 innings. He's trying to make quick work of this Indians lineup here. He gets strike 1 there. So Enslin. Ball 2 there, as we mentioned today. His control has been all over the place. He's got 3 walks. He's allowed 6 hits. Hasn't been the ideal start. But he's trucking along. He's trying to get through it, trying to limit these LC hitters as much as he can as that ball is fouled away. It's a 1-2 count here to Nyhart. The sun's peeking out, getting a little bit more warmth here. And there's strike 3 swinging. So Nyhart begins the inning with a strikeout. First strikeout of the game for Enslin since the first inning.
Very good breaking ball right there. Nyhart could not have guessed that one. Now up to bat will be Josh Adamczewski.
Up to bat, number 12, Josh
Adamczewski sees pitch 1 in the dirt, a ball. Adamczewski struck out his first time up, then singled in a run his second trip. He's got nobody on and 1 down here. Enslin fires in strike 1. Enslin's got, here's the thing, he's got good stuff. He's got good stuff. He's just got to be able to locate it. When he locates it, he's on. We saw 3 strikeouts in the first. We saw Kane and Nyhart there. That ball put on the ground to short. Federick makes the play, and there's out number 2. So Connor Mish, the pitcher, who's had a dazzling outing so far, will step up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He walked in the first inning. He'll try his luck here against Mark Enslin. That one's high, got away from him, ball 1. I'll tell you, like when I look out into the outfield, it feels like the gaps are always big. But I think this, I think it may just be because of the dimensions of this field. Of course, it plays a role.
Yeah,
look at how big that right center field gap is.
Yeah, I know. I'd have to agree with you. This field is just it's one of the larger fields in Northwest Indiana. It's a shame it doesn't have any lights though, because I would love a night game here. It'd be great.
It'd be terrific, especially if you could host a tournament here, sectionals, regionals, that type of thing. Now let me ask you, because of the big outfield, is this a pitcher's park or a hitter's park?
It's a hitter's park for certain. I would also say it's a base runner's park as well, because due to the backstop and the catcher and just the outfield itself, the gaps are just ginormous.
It's not like the big leagues where the bigger parks like San Francisco and Arizona, those are considered pitchers parks, and they have a beat because of how big they are. There's not as many home runs as in Yankee Stadium or Colorado with the altitude and stuff. I think you're right. I think this is a hitter's park because these high school hitters just want to find spots in the green out there. Strike 3 looking. You got Connor Mish to look at an outside fastball, and that will do it for the 4th. LC goes 1-2-3. Enslin gets back on track. We'll be right back for the top of the 5th. And we're back. Top of the fifth here. This game is flying by. Connor Mish getting his warm-up pitches in. He's ready to roll. His guard checks on something behind the plate. Up to this point, Ellis scored 1 in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 in the third. They got blanks in the fourth. Hobart has zeros on the board, so it's been a rough game for them. Matt Santana, is behind the plate now. He takes over for Peyton Guard. Everything else seemingly is the same. 6 runs on 6 hits for Lake Central. They had a string of singles in the second inning that really propelled them to this lead broken open. And Connor Mish has been spectacular. 4 innings of work. He's got 6 strikeouts, just 2 walks. That one's a little bit high for ball 1.
Now Ivan Balboa up to bat. Looked at that first ball. 1-0 count here.
Balboa takes ball 2. He walked in his first AB of the game. Took place in the second inning. We unfortunately did not find out whether or not he was related to Rocky Balboa.
We have not. We're still trying to figure out in the archives.
We can neither confirm nor deny at this point. That's a 4-pitch walk to Balboa. He'll take first base, his second BB of the game.
Now Thomas Martin up to bat.
It's the second time in this game that Connor Mish has began an inning with a walk. Thomas Martin takes ball 1 outside. He struck out swinging his last time up. Swings through that one right there, strike 1. Connor missed a 1-1 offering. That one is fouled away. Martin had a really, really bad at-bat his first time up. He got fooled by 2 off-speed pitches to begin the AB, and then he kind of flailed his arms out for a swing on strike 3 on a fastball. Gets a piece of that one, puts a foul. It's 1-2. Finds the off-speed there. Missed to second. Back to first. They turn 2, and that will do it. A beautiful play there for outs 1 and 2 in the 5th. A 1-6-3 double play.
I'll bring up Bryce Nixich up to the plate, excuse me.
There's a strike. Nixich his last time up. Grounded out to the pitcher, Connor Mish. That one's in the dirt of ball. Santana scooped that one on the way up. And it's 1-1. There's a grounder back to Mish. He makes the stop. Jogs to first to Dorn. He holds his toe on the bag, and that's out number 3. So a fairly easy inning there for Connor Mish. He gets a double play. He gets a grounder back to him for the 3rd out. And we'll be back for the bottom half of the 5th inning. Bottom half of the 5th inning. LC will bring the bats out. Carter Dorn steps into the box. Mark Enslin
Up to bat, number 11.
remains
Carter
on the bump.
Dorn.
His first pitch here to Carter Dorn. Grounded back up the middle. That's a single. So Dorn gets his second single of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Now up to bat, number 18. Matt Santana.
Santana, who replaced Guard, and Guard was DH'd by Weber, but now Santana will go up to hit.
Almost cut you off there. Sorry about that. But you're right. Santana is hitting here in place of the DH, Weber, who was hitting in place of Peyton Guard, the catcher. Santana, who we have not seen a whole lot of this year, committed to Tennessee. He's a guy that everybody loved. We heard a lot of great things come about him this year. When we've seen him play, he's been okay.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't been bad, but he hasn't really lived up to that hype that we have been hearing. But then again, he's coming off of a surgery. We haven't seen him play consistently all year. You gotta give him time, especially a young player like that. And Dorn is caught stealing. A good throw there by the catcher, Jake Jenkins, and he gets himself back on track behind the plate. That's out number 1.
Well, going back to what you said, yeah, Santana did get off surgery, and he's just now fully coming back and trying to play as much as he can just to get himself ready for next season.
He still feels like he can contribute for this squad this year. I think Coach Swartz as well feels the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to get some ABs here down the stretch. That one is fouled over our heads for strike number 2. Strike number 1. I'm getting my strikes and my balls mixed up today. That's strike number 1. 2-1 count to Santana. Ooh. 3-1.
Hitters count here for Santana.
Hitters count. One of our many themes of the season. That's ball 4. So Santana takes first on a walk.
There will be a courtesy runner for Santana, and that is number 10, Luke Knighty, quarterback for LC.
Yeah, the starting varsity quarterback, Luke Knighty, will make his way out. This is the first time we've seen him on the varsity field this year. Quick work from Enslin there. That's ball 1 to Jacob Warren. That one's in the dirt, ball 2 to Jacob Warren. Surprised he didn't have Knighty run there. He's got speed.
Mm-hmm. We've seen it on the football field.
And generally, players are typically interchangeable, but most of the time, football players are faster not in pads than they are in pads.
Knighty's not really taking a huge lead off of first.
There he goes. You're kind of staring there, just kind of disbelief what you said. Right as you said it, he took a step or two, and then he went.
Yeah, it just shut me up right there.
Now there's a runner in a score position for Jacob Warren. That one's in the dirt, ball 4. So a walk to Warren, and that's back-to-back based on balls. And Enslin is going to be relieved. First baseman Bryson Nixich will make his way to the dugout. Enslin doesn't look too disappointed in his outing today. 4 innings pitched, 4 1/3 innings pitched for Enslin today. 5 strikeouts, 6 earned runs, 7 hits, 4 walks. That will do it for Mark Enslin. And now Bryson Nixich will get his chance on the mound as he warms up. We will take a quick break and be right back. So Nixich, he's ready to go. 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. He's going to come in with runners on first and second, back-to-back base on balls for Mark Enslin. So Nixich Enslin enters at first base. Try to clean this up here. He's got Ethan Knopf at the plate. That one's in the dirt of ball. Knopf, who's having himself quite the game. 1 for 1, he singled it back in the 2nd inning, and he walked and has 3 stolen bases.
That's a great stat line right there.
That one's in the dirt. Runners are both good at advances to get past the catcher, Jake Jenkins.
A little bit about Nixich as a pitcher through 4 appearances. He has an ERA of 7. Not that great, especially in a situation where you really don't want to end on a mercy rule.
Yep, LC needs 4 runs here in this inning to finish this one off. See if they can get it. 1 down. Knopf has 2nd and 3rd. That one's in the dirt, ball 3. Nixich unable to find the zone throughout this first at-bat. From the stretch. Pitch is in there for strike 1. Knopf did not get the green light on 3-0.
No, I would not swing on 3-0.
You're a big believer in the take on 3-0, huh?
Well, I am and I'm not. This is a high school game, so I understand that if Coach Sports did want to give him the green light, I can understand that. But and it's in times like this, I don't really go for it in a high school game.
With all the light on the local Chicago White Sox and their situation on unwritten rules, where do you stand on that?
I am for Yerman Mercedes hitting. He's on my fantasy team, so
That's a perfect
he gave me some points for that.
There you go.
I do not agree with what Tony La Russa said. I don't think he's a good coach for the Chicago White Sox. I think he's a fantastic coach from his past careers as a Hall of Fame coach, but right now it kind of confused me why Reinsdorf decided to sign him.
Interesting. That's 6 out of the last 7 for Nixich have been balls as Knopf finds himself up, Edwards finds himself up 2-0 in the count. Knopf leads off first. Warren on second. 90 on third as there's a strike right down the plate there, and I think he had to take that pitch there.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till you see a strike from this guy. That's in the dirt, ball 3. So 3-1 count. The last thing Nixich wants to do here is walk in and run. That's ball 4. So Nixich is going to walk in and run. That is now 4 straight walks. if my calculations are correct. As Tobias will step in here. With the bases loaded, ducks on the pond, as I like to say, with 1 out. Swings on that one, hammers it out to left. And that's going to get over the head of the left fielder. And that is probably going to end it as that ball rolls all the way to the wall. Edwards rounds third. Tobias stands on third base as all runners score, and that will do it. LC wins 10-0 as they put up a 4 spot in the 5th inning. A no-hitter through 5 innings pitched for Connor Mish. He looked spectacular. He had 6 strikeouts through 5 innings, 3 walks, no hits, obviously no runs. And that does it. LC wins. They wrap up their campaign through the regular season with a 10-0 win. Coach Schwartz, a couple days after getting his 400th win, gets number 401. Congratulations to him on the plaque that he received pregame. And this was the last broadcast for us this year.
It might be the last broadcast.
Maybe ever. It was a fun ride. We appreciate all the listeners. We appreciate our crew that we have had working with us all year long. We appreciate Mrs. Verputin for giving us the opportunity to experience this. It's been fun. It's been real.
Mm-hmm. It's been a great ride.
Yeah, LC finishes it off, and we've had a lot of success this year. Football wasn't our winningest campaign, but we went undefeated at home in basketball. LC did their thing at home. Baseball-wise, it's been a great year. Any last thoughts for you?
Just want to say thank you, Ms. Verputin. Thank you to the crew we had. It's sad to see live stream go, but it was fantastic to take this class. I didn't even start off taking this class to begin with.
I got you in this.
Yeah, I'm very glad I did this.
It's been an awesome experience, and I'm going to definitely use this going forward. So we appreciate all you listeners. And for the final time, I'm Evan Capozzi.
I'm Griffin Tobias.
And we'll see you guys later.